Hello, Capricorn. Welcome to Ula Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenor, and tonight I'm going to be reading your tea leaves. Your reading is now activated. You have clicked on it. You've heard my voice. Spirit sees you. You see it. And here we are delivered with the energy of, yes, the Ten of Cups. This is one of fullness. Now, it is not fullness in its totality, but it is fullness in the sectors of our emotions, our feelings, how we interact with the world, what we take from it, what we give to it. This card brings me some anxiety when I look at it, when I feel it, only because the amount of work it takes to get to a place where you might experience moments of just good. I mean, truly good. In alignment with everything that is. To know that there are ordeals, that there are problems, that there are torments, that there are awful things. But also to know that everything has its match, its balance. And so for there to be awful, there must be great. There must be wonderful. There must be benevolence. And so in a fullness, you're going to get a little of all of it, right? We don't get to just take the good, because then the cup wouldn't be full, would it? It would be half full, maybe even less. So, there's work in this. But I will say that you have devoted yourself to something within you, and you've stayed the course, and that is apparent. So let's see, we're going to see where are the tea leaves going to go with this. How is this all going to interact? There is anxiety here, though. I feel it greatly. Are you anxious right now? Put it in the comments if you are. The world feels a little tricky today. I don't know why. I don't know what's going on. I've been working, so I haven't really checked in with everyone and seen what's on the news and all of that. Okay. So today is Thursday, November 20th, 2025. This reading is timeless. It is yours as soon as you start watching it. Not everything will pertain to you, but what does, you can keep it, take it, put it in your little medicine bag or your little collection of rocks in your pocket, or, the little gathering of beautiful trinkets on the windowsill, whatever it is, just take it and put it aside. Keep it for another day, even if you must. But here we are. Thank you for clicking on the reading. If you want to like, subscribe, or leave a comment, I'd love to hear from you. I've been asking everybody, what colors have you been wearing? Why have you been wearing them? What do they mean to you? Of course, I'm a Virgo. I wear black quite often. I wear lots of earthen colors, grays, browns, dark greens, that kind of thing. I don't know. It makes me feel solid, I think, whole in a way, even when I don't feel whole. All right, here we go. We have the Tower. I'm going to point it out. You probably saw it. We know that the Tower is not, maybe the most welcome symbol. It is right here. You can see. It is on fire, you can see. It looks like we have maybe a lightning bolt here, which is part of the motif. Now, we also have over here, it looks like a lighthouse. Okay, so a lighthouse is similar in shape to a color and also, to a tower. And also phallic, right? These are both very phallic symbols. The lighthouse, also light at the top. The tower has the fire because it is burning down, basically. But the lighthouse has a light. And what does that light do? It guides us, right? When we look to the night sky and we're on our little ship or, coming down the coast or whatever, and you see that light flickering on the horizon, right? There's land over there. You better be careful, don't come crashing into these ones. And it's the guiding thing in those dark nights. Okay, so not only have you had a tower moment, and what is a tower moment? This is a pillar in our life, something that is very important to how we live, who we are, how we perceive ourselves. And something has happened to destroy it. These can be things like health issues, divorces, financial issues, people passing away, So looking at this, I really am of the belief that you fairly recently, I don't think this is in the future. I think this energy is fully sunken in, like you've been in it. Something fell apart in your life, okay? Something profound. Things changed drastically. Maybe you moved financially. Maybe things have been difficult. Maybe you've been in grief. So it's been a hard while. It has been a hard while. And I wish I could give you a hug right now because I can. I can feel the just ick of it all, right? The cruddy feeling of it all. And the moments when you think, how am I ever going to get my feet back under me? And so I see you in this next period of time, maybe the next week, 2 weeks, coming into a situation that offers an opportunity for you. This is that light at the end of the tunnel. This is that beacon. This is that thing that is going to get you out of the labyrinth you are currently in and bring you into a new era of your life, or at least beginning to do so. So I really feel, and we have a person over here standing, hand up. We also have them holding, it looks like the bear, like a tiny bear, like a totem. This tells me that we're probably looking at the Hierophant, maybe the shepherd. Somebody's definitely quite superstitious. I think literally probably carries around a totem of some kind, a lucky rock, a lucky coin. Maybe they're like an AA or something. They got their medallion. Something that was maybe they're widowed and they have something that was their spouse's that they carry with them. The bear, symbolically, I feel there is a sense of, well, maybe withdrawing from the world to some degree, coming into that hermit energy. I feel that you are somebody that isn't super social anyways. You are totally happy just doing your own thing, working on your projects, reading, contemplating, playing video games, whatever it is. Something very kind of immersive for you that draws you in. And in the center here, we have a bird in the chest. We also have a house right here. So, and what is it? 42. Look at it. If you turn it this way, it looks like a 4 and a 2. So we also have 42. Now, I just get this distinct feeling of, wanting to kind of go off where you are not being witnessed by anybody. Now, I don't mean like totally just up and like, faking your own death or something and disappearing. But what I do feel like is it's more along the lines of kind of just not engaging with people so much. You're just really focused on your own things, taking care of yourself, taking care of the house, getting to work, doing the work. Having some time to maybe pursue a hobby, an interest, doing the reading, doing the, whatever it is for you, whatever your fixations or obsessions might be. And I know I'm talking to a Capricorn, so I know you have them. But I do feel like in this kind of withdrawing from the main, it's like your mind is so fruitful. It is just at its peak. Like things are coming into their ripeness and you are inspired. You are living in a garden of your own mind. And the further away you get from spending your time doing superficial things, having conversations, being around people who don't feel meaningful to you. I mean, they're humans, so we honor them, but they don't feel particularly meaningful or special or, of substance within the context of how you want to live your life, right? That doesn't mean that they're lacking any of those things. It's just how they're aligned with you. And I see you in this withdrawal really finding a place of power so that you may begin to unfurl. It feels so beautiful. I just keep getting this imagery of like a long cave, and at first it seems like it's going to be dark and dark and dark, and then you come into this beautiful room, this cathedral of a room, and there's light coming in and there are plants growing everywhere. It is just beautiful tropical flowers and interesting long tendrils and the whole thing, and it feels so vibrantly alive, and it is kind of even in a strange way a surprise, because you would think here in this place, this subterranean place, there would be no life, maybe some creepy little critters and some water and that kind of thing, but no, it is lovely, it is vibrant, it is living, there is life here. There's life here. And you remember, you ought not to be afraid to deviate. You ought not to be afraid to be your own best friend, to be your companion, to be your constant. Because when you allow yourself to lean into that, I feel you rising. And I know that you feel it as well. So, we also have here, it looks to me that we have, it looks like the letters R-H-A, if that means anything. Now, we also have a person who is riding a horse behind a motorcycle. Down here, it looks like we have a house. We also had a house over here. So we're going to talk about 1, 2, 3 houses, okay? It feels like in this next period of time, you're going to be kind of coming together with family. Now, I wonder if there has been some discussion about, like, who is hosting things? Where are we meeting? Are we even doing any kind of holidays? It feels like a lot. I don't know about you, but this is the least holiday year like I've ever had. I don't feel like it is getting to that festive season at all yet. I don't know what it is. I mean, I get stress. It's stress. 100% is stress. But I think a lot of us are feeling this way. And I'm honestly just getting to a point where I'm simplifying everything. We are going to maybe my idea is gift and experience for the people in our lives. And that's it. No more stuff right now. Just come together, do a thing, have a good time, hopefully. And that's what life is about. We make things so complicated for ourselves, don't we? And of course, it's lovely to have the holidays and to, decorate and do your traditions and honor your beliefs and your rituals and all this thing. And yes, we can do all that, but it doesn't have to cost so much, and it doesn't have to be, so complex, in my opinion, in my humble little cheap opinion. So I feel like for you, maybe you're starting to feel the pressure of things coming up, and I'm challenging everybody. I'm going to challenge everybody in my life. Let's be brave and let's do it the minimal way this year. Let's save some money. Let's, not kill ourselves trying to do all of it, to do everything. Let's do a few things. I don't know. When I was a kid, holidays were one day. Now it's like Halloween is like a month and a half long. You know what I mean? I can't afford that anymore. I cannot. And also, I just don't like it anymore. I don't like it. It's fun. I like things to be celebrated. But man, give me some just nondescript, unimportant, mundane, humdrum, going through the motions days. Please. Please. I cannot wait for January. I call it the shining season. I live in, the upper Midwest, so it's very cold here. Nobody wants to talk. Nobody wants to do anything. You're just going through, you're surviving the times. I love it. I love it. I'm at my peak because I'm not stressing about all the extra stuff. I'm just trying to make sure nobody freezes. Right? So I'm saying, here's a call to 2025. We're not doing it up. We're not doing it up. We'll do it up a little bit, but gosh dang. Let's have a nice few, couple months here. Try to, against it all the odds and against everything that is happening collectively in the world. Let's just do it. Let's just be together. You know what I mean? And if anybody I know or I'm related to is watching, bro, we need a minimum on gifts if we have to do gifts at all. Come on. All right. Anyways. Ooh, we have the apple. Look at that. And the skunk. Apple skunk, apple skunk. We have the houses again. We also have the number. Let's see. What are you? 92? Nope. 72. Again with the 72. Every reading for the last, week. I swear. We also have, again, 72. So the apple indicates to me that there is something with health. Okay? Now, not a bad sign. Actually, if you are somebody who has chronic pain or you have, a chronic ailment, if you are somebody who, is just kind of sometimes not feeling the best, maybe, getting a little older, slowing down a little bit, pointing at myself, this next period of time, and even if you're in good health and you don't feel that bad, this is also applies to you. In this next period of time, there will be a sustained period of not a lot of flare-ups, right? Feeling pretty consistently okay. Now, I'm not saying you're like 100% or that you're cured of anything. I'm not giving you any medical advice or, I don't know. I have no idea, right? I'm not a doctor. But I do feel like this is a time where you will at least be able to have your mind on other things a little bit, okay? And yeah, I think that it's just if you haven't had like ongoing pain or like serious pain or an ailment that keeps coming back, or you're having flare-ups, or it's consistently every single day, right? If you don't have those things or you've never experienced that, then you have no idea what it's like to just be trying to manage, right? So even having a day where that's unremarkable, and maybe you just, you don't have to do the extra things to not be like suffering, that is a huge deal. So to have a sustained little period of time where you're feeling okay, huge gift. Huge gift. Okay. So I see that kind of coming up for you here. Now, I also want to talk about, it feels like there is within your companionship, I don't know that this is romantic. It could be. But you might be somebody that, you kind of have like really, really close friend. You know what I mean? Like not even just a best friend, like somebody who is maybe like having a relationship, but it's not necessarily romantic. It's a platonic, super close soul bond. Okay. I feel like there is maybe a movement towards bonding your lives even more deeply. I'm wondering if this is about moving in, because I saw the house and the two people kind of working on the house together. So I'm wondering if there's maybe kind of the idea of like we might kind of come together to unite forces to pay the bills, to have a roommate, to not live alone, or maybe they need a place to stay. I think that usually I would say don't let anybody move in. Just don't do it. I know. I'm just like, I don't like people in my space. I feel so out of sorts when I have to learn to live with somebody new. It takes a lot. It does. And I'm just being real with you. I love living by myself because if you watched my Virgo video from this week, you will see that I was on video. My face was on there. Usually I'm not, but like, I'm just all over the place. Like when I'm home, I'm unmasked, I'm neurodivergent. So when I'm home, I'm like all over the place. I'm doing probably weird, quirky stuff to most of what people would think is weird. And I like to be alone. I don't want to be witnessed all the time, and to learn to live with somebody new is not easy. Not even under the best circumstances, right? Like my husband, I'm still learning to live with this fool, right? I love him. And I'm from California. I'm not calling him a fool. I know it's slang, okay? But this dude that I love and I've lived with for years now, still trying to figure it out. We both are. We're both neurodivergent too, and we have sensory issues that trigger one another, and So I could see where you're like, don't even say it, or I would usually be saying, don't even think about it. But I do feel like actually in this situation, in this dynamic, it's going to be really awesome for you. I do. I think it's good. Go for it. If you have the opportunity to live with your bestie, do it. Okay? Do it. And if it goes bad, don't come looking for me. It doesn't feel like it will. We'll look again next week and see. Okay, so we have, it looks like HA. We also have an arrow. We have two people, I feel like they're almost like jogging, maybe walking. I wonder if this is, are you getting into intentional movement? Maybe you're getting into having little walks, maybe, something with moving around, going somewhere, being somewhere. And we have an F, a large F, and the 3, and an L. I think you're falling in love with somebody with an L name. Not Lenor, though. Not Lenor. It's not Lenor. Could be, though. You could be falling in love with me. Probably not, though. Hopefully not. No, don't do that. My goodness, don't do that. An L name. And we have a J. So, it feels like you have some kind of special interest. I'm guessing it involves you moving around. Maybe it's exercise. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's something that, happens to get you out walking around and doing stuff just by, because you have to do the thing. I do feel like there's somebody within this interest or this, maybe you're like in a running group or, you meet up with your friends to go do water aerobics or, I don't know, something. And there's somebody within this scenario in your life that I feel like there's like a crush, there's a flirtation. You like going because you like to see each other. I don't even know if you've ever talked. There might be, though. You might be in love. I don't know. Maybe this is like, you're like fully like trying to court this person. There is like butterfly feeling. Like I think you're very attracted to this person. Again, you might know each other. You might not. It might be like some chick you see at the coffee shop every morning or, something like that. It feels good and use that. Use that for whatever you are creating or manifesting. These kinds of emotions, like these potent, like lust or love or, just a wanting to know somebody, wanting to be around them. Whenever you're around them, you feel good kind of thing. Use that impression, that energy, put it into your magic. Put it into your manifesting. Put it into the work that you're doing. Dwell in that energy in other places in your life. Like, sometimes I don't know, I'll have a moment where I'm feeling very, sentimental and lovey and all gushy and, all that stuff. And I take it to my workout. It doesn't always have to be brutal. Sometimes I like to just ride and feel happy and good, man. Just I'm just like taking a little stroll, just taking it all in, looking at the trees, looking at the sky, breathing in. Oh, my heart space is just warm and fuzzy, and it feels good. It feels good, and I don't even realize I'm exercising, So yeah, use it. Use it to your benefit. It's there for a reason. These things that we experience are not just I work a job, I make money, I pay the bills, and sometimes I feel stuff. No, bro. These are the tools of life, the keys of life, the beautiful substance of life. And we can weave that stuff together. Believe me, you. Let's do our lucky numbers. I want to get out of here. I got to go make some food. I am getting hungry. I'm getting hungry. 100. That didn't go far. Ooh. 38. All right. 24. All right. 138 and 24. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's it. Sagittarius, I love you. Thank you for being here. If you want to subscribe, or leave a comment, I'd love to hear from you. Other than that, again, I'll say I love you. We'll talk soon. Good night.